Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Carolina Panthers. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Tampa. And he opts to not bring this one out. First drive will start at the 25. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. Open man is Howard, the tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. And they
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and that makes the score 7-0.
Buccaneers, nothing. Josh Lambo is set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. McCaffrey. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off of play action, Darnold sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it up. And the Panthers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. So after the INT, it's Brady. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Second and 10. Brady now to throw. Open man is Robbie Anderson. Touchdown! Robbie Anderson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14, Buccaneers, nothing. Josh Lambeau is set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but...
And here's a diving catch made behind the line of scrimmage.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Not today, you won't.
Darnold from the gun. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Darnold. He'll buy some time right. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Everyone, you got 4. 4 down. Hey, 24's the mic. Got you, boy. I got you, boy. 24's the mic. Here we go, D. All day, defense. All day.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Darnold now to throw. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. This, the second meeting between these 2 division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Faking the give, Darnold. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Lambo on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Panthers 21, Buccaneers nothing. Josh Lambo set to kick off.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position of throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Darnold. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
They find some open field here. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
Ryan Succop on for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking there's...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Play action. Now it's Brady. He's going to look deep for more. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So they took their shot. That was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. J.C. Horn up to make the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Darnold. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And some room to maneuver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Darnold. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. And he's going to go down again. Brian Burns able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Succop now set to kick it off following the made field goal. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Brady going to throw. He's going to look deep for more. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd and a yard. Darnold flush to his right. Here's a diving catch right side. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
As you watch that one unfold, didn't you think to yourself, just knock it down because of where he was?
Great catch, but losing yardage.
Hard to change what they are, isn't it? When they see the ball in the air, they're programmed to go get it.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Darnold. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. That's to his running back. Complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Here's Darnold. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Escapes the defender, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Darnold keeps it. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is down to 4. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A give running right, it's Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Brady to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
Here's the Panthers punter now. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing again is Darnold. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
To the air again, Darnold. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. Succop's kick is good. And for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. And he'll go again here with Hubbard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run on first down. It's Hubbard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
Now they'll throw with Brady. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Brady's throw there complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Now, these two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off left tackle, it's McCaffrey. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Forced out to his left. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he gets it all the way down to the 3.
104 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. No. Check. Ready. Check 3.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. Darnold now to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Derek Brown able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And Suckup will put this one right through.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, It took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 9. Brady now to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. To throw is Brady. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Brady. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Right back to Hubbard.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brian Burns able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Darnold. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Vita Vea providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup there on the run.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Brady now on 1st down. It's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. On the counter, this is Hubbard. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Brady to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Anderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Brady going to look to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Second down and 3. On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Brady. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that was just situational football 101 right there. Excellent decision to throw that one away. You know he would have loved to have converted right there to keep the pressure on and build on this lead. But the best play, avoid the sack, taking care of the football.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Panthers, they'll hit double digits with their 10th win of the year. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Bucs,
they go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 4-13 campaign.
And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around.